Hello, this is a video about Insta 360. I bought the Insta 360 xr2, 500 something pound. I paid an extra £40 for accidental cover to cover any damage. The phone was glitchy since the day I bought it. It froze, it locked up, you have to turn it off to restart it. Anyway, about a month ago, it went all together. You pressed the on and off key, it just didn't launch. You couldn't see anything on the screen. Press the record button and it worked. It was obviously a firmware crash. Now, in the meantime, after the firmware crash, I did scratch the lens. I caught them on a bridge and I scratched the lens after, but of course that's covered by my accidental insurance cover, because I paid the extra £40 to cover that. Do not buy Insta 360. Their aftercare is absolutely atrocious. So I contacted Insta 360. I said, look, there's a firmware crash on it. It won't do this. It won't launch from the on and off button. It only works from the record button. I have continued to use it like that, but I need to send it back, thinking it would go to a European one, to the Germany one. So anyway, after loads of arguing, it was agreed that it could go back to try this, try that, try the other. I'm no technician. I couldn't do it. I've paid my money. I've covered it. I said it's covered by accidental insurance and it's also under warranty. I'd only had it 4 months. It went back to Hong Kong. Well, it was arranged to go back to Hong Kong. They didn't arrange the delivery with DHL. I sat in all day waiting for DHL to come. Tried to go on the website, couldn't register it. It just kept crashing. DHL rang me that night. We're arranging pickup. Well, you're supposed to have come today. No, they haven't arranged it. You've got to arrange it. I couldn't go on your website. It kept crashing. Oh, yeah, we've got a problem. So anyway, delivery was arranged for the next day. I stayed in another day, another loss of money. DHL came. In the meantime, they sent me, I demanded that they send me a package label to cover the insurance, to insure the item, £600 worth. I'm going back to Hong Kong. They sent me a package label saying that the item was only worth $50, when actually it was worth $598 in American money or so. So I said, I queried this, well, it's not going to be covered by insurance because you've only said it's worth $50. Customs are going, oh, that's to keep it under the customs thing. So the delivery driver arrived. I wasn't too happy about that, but the delivery driver arrived, wouldn't take the package because I hadn't got a international invoice or some invoice, the original invoice for the item anyway, which customs need now to see. They will just send the parcel back. He said, unless they see this invoice. I said, well, they have sent me one, but I asked for it because I didn't have my original invoice. So he wouldn't wait. I had to print it off. It came back later that afternoon when I printed off the invoice. So there's going to be a discrepancy there of what they said it was worth and what the invoice said it was worth, but that's down to them. So he came back later that afternoon, so I had to stay another afternoon. He came, he collected the parcel. The next day, it arrived in Hong Kong, very quick. But I've had so much trouble from Insta. They now sent me a bill for $198. I've contacted them and said, no, it's covered by accidental. That's for the lens. I said, replace the lens. It's covered by this £40 that I paid accidental damage. So that's covered. They haven't said why it's crashed, what's wrong with the item, or anything like that, or anything about that repair. They're just more interested in this $198. Haven't told me why it crashed and what was wrong with it. This terrible service. So I said, no, I don't have to pay that. So then they're asking for the copies of the invoice, which I couldn't, I have now found, but I couldn't find. I've sent them the invoice. So look, there's the invoice. So they sent back to me, yeah, but it doesn't say accidental damage. I said, it's 602. That's including the £40. So then I managed to get an invoice showing the £40 accidental invoice damage cover that I'd paid, which I've sent them. Today I've had another email from Insta saying, oh, you need to send the serial number. To do this, you need to connect the camera to your phone app, because it works on the phone, connect it to the phone app and send the serial number. Well, no, I can't do that because the camera's in Hong Kong and I'm in England. So how can I connect it? I can't do that because I can't connect it because that's in Hong Kong at your service centre or your recommended service centre. I'm in England, so I can't do that. You'll have to send it to the repair centre, this and that. So I warn you, Insta cameras, avoid them. Totally avoid them. Mine was glitchy. My friend's was glitchy. He's had problems with this since he had it, the XR2. I had problems since day one. And then when it crashed, their after service and their warranty is worth nothing. They're totally useless. Do not buy an Insta camera. Do not buy from Insta. You will have more problems if you have to have any problems with it. You will have more trouble. They're more interested in getting as many cameras out, every month, a new camera, and making profit. Avoid Insta. That's my recommendation. Their warranty and their aftercare, even if you pay the extra for the aftercare, the extra £40 is worth nothing. I still haven't got my camera. It's still in Hong Kong. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if I've got to pay $198, which I shouldn't have to pay because I've already paid the accidental cover. And I don't know what to do. You can't phone them. You can't speak to them. I did try ringing Hong Kong at my expense, and all I got was an answer phone. So you can't speak to anyone. You can only do it backwards and forwards by email or their online chat. They're Chinese. They don't understand a word you're saying. Do not buy Insta360.